Here's a question for you. When you intubate using a Mac blade like the one on the left, you aren't actually lifting the epiglottis directly. So what specific anatomical pocket are you engaging, and why does missing it guarantee a difficult airway? What is up, Peep Squad? Welcome back to Respiratory Masterclass. Today we are mastering the upper airway. We're going from the nose to the chords to make sure you know your geography. It starts here. The nose is the body's HVAC system. See these structures? These are the terminates. Their job is to create turbulence. This crashes air against the mucosa to warm and humidify it to 100% relative humidity. If you intubate a patient, you bypass this system, which is why we must provide active humidification. Moving down, we hit the pharynx. To remember the three sections in order, use a mnemonic, never overlook. Let's trace the path on a real scan. Never overlook stands for naso, oro, and laryngopharynx. Never is for nasopharynx. This sits behind the nasal cavity and houses the eustachian tubes. Over is for oropharynx. This is the visual zone. When you open a mouth, you are looking here. This is where we assess the Mellon-Potty score. Class 1 is wide open. Class 4 is a nightmare. We are looking at the soft palate and uvula to predict intubation difficulty. Finally, look is for laryngopharynx. This is the critical junction. It's the crossroads. Posteriorly, you have the esophagus for food. Anteriorly, you have the trachea for air. Guarding that airway is the larynx, the gatekeeper. Structurally, it looks like this. You have the thyroid cartilage, the arytenoids, and the cricoid, but the MVP is the epiglottis. This leaf-shaped cartilage acts as a shield, closing over the airway during swallowing so you don't aspirate. And remember, this area is wired for defense. Stimulation here triggers the gag reflex or laryngospasm. You have to respect the reflexes. Now, back to our hook question. Look at this x-ray. See the small space between the base of the tongue and the epiglottis? This is the vallecula. When you use a Mac blade, the tip goes into the vallecula. You press forward to engage the hyoepiglottic ligament, which pulls the epiglottis up. If you use a Miller blade, you pick up the epiglottis directly. Know your blade, know your anatomy. Clinically, you need to recognize obstruction. If the upper airway swells below the chords, like in croup, you get the steeple sign on an x-ray. If the epiglottis itself swells, it's a life-threatening emergency called epiglottitis, looking like a thumb sign on a lateral x-ray. This is the final view we all aim for, the glottis, vocal cords open, trachea visible. So remember, never overlook. Check your Mellon-Potty score and always aim for the vallecula with a Mac blade. This is the upper airway. File it away. Class dismissed.